What can you do right now to stay focused, improve your process, and grow your business? Find out this and more with Top Producer Roundtable, hosted by Gibran Nicholas, CEO of CMPS Institute.
Welcome to the Top Producer Roundtable show, produced exclusively for Mortgage News Network. My name is Gibran Nicholas, and I'll be your host as we learn best practices from some of the top producing loan originators from all over the country. I have with me here a special guest, a good friend of mine, and one of the nation's foremost tacticians when it comes to growing your business. Welcome, Scott Forman.
Thanks, Gibran.
One of the things that really impresses me about the way that you grow your business is that it's systematic. It's not, shoot from the hip, shotgun approach to growing your business. So talk to me a little bit about the daily habits that you feel are important for a loan originator every single day to engage in.
I think one of the most important aspects of our job is something that most of us are not great at, which is structuring our day. And because loan officers are basically on commission, they don't have the same structure as someone that is actually getting paid. But our mindset is we should be thinking, hey, we're getting paid to do a job. So what we need to do is we need to concentrate on daily activities. And daily activities include such things as how many face-to-faces are you going to have? To get belly to belly with somebody, there's so many loan officers when I interview them, they're sending out emails, they're sending out cards, and that's great. But our basics are seeing people face to face. So what we do is we structure our loan officers for the week, and we want them to grind it out. We want them to consistently do this every single day, week after week. And I guarantee if you follow this particular structure, you will double your income, if not triple your income. The problem is that most people do something for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks and don't finish. And then they lose interest, or they say, oh, that's not working. But consistency, if you look at any top producer, the difference between a top producer and a mediocre producer is quite simply the ability to implement quickly.
So why is it important, do you think, that we have face-to-face interaction in these break breads? What's the significance of that?
If I come and I call you up and we have a great conversation, we connect. But if I take you out to lunch and we spend time and I get to know not only about your business, Gibran, but I know about your family, your interests, your dreams, I get a lot deeper with you. And that's why I think a belly-to-belly, so to speak, a face-to-face meeting is always the best. Now, we still want you to have, every single week, we want you to have 60 great conversations. So that's 60. Now, that seems like an overwhelming number to a lot of people, but if you divide that by 5 days, it's only 12 great conversations a day, and it's really not that hard.
So let's go back to the phone calls. What makes the phone call part of this 60? Because we're always on the phone, right? So we're giving somebody a status update. Does that count as part of our 60 phone calls?
No. A status update is not a prospecting call, and that's something if you're large enough to have an assistant, your assistant a lot of times will make that update call. You'll update the referral source, the realtor, and the attorney. But if you're, one-man band, then you're making those update calls. The calls to your clients are not considered in those 60 calls. However, the call to update the realtor, we always count, because you're updating the realtor. You want them to have the best communication, create that wow experience, and use you again. So we're going to count that as a prospecting hour. But other than that, we want you to work off of prospecting lists.
So let me see if I can boil it down. So bottom line is we need to have 15 face-to-face conversations every single week, including 5 break breads, where you're sharing a meal with somebody, sharing a coffee with somebody. In order to get to that point, we need to have 60 conversations a week. And how do we create the list of the people that we're actually going to call? How do you create that list?
We want you to look at all your past clients, make a list of all your referral sources. And your referral sources The number one referral source is realtors, builders, attorneys, CPAs, financial planners. Make that list. Make sure that when you sit down, you know who you're going to call. And time management, which is another struggle for almost every loan officer, they need to schedule hard code into their schedule. We call them power hours. And they should be at least 1 power hour every single day. Most loan officers in our program have 2 power hours every single day. So we want you to prospect a minimum of 21 hours a week. We want you to keep track of that. Now, the first thing I ask somebody is, how many hours do you prospect every single week? I met somebody yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I asked them, how many hours are you prospecting? He goes, well, I'm probably getting an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, probably 10 hours a week. I said, well, that's good. I said, how many hours are you working? He goes, oh my God, I'm working like 60 hours a week. So I said, okay, if you're working 60 hours a week, but you're only prospecting 10 hours a week, what, by God, are you doing for 50 hours a week? And there was silence.
Right.
And so this is our biggest struggle. So I think we have to be accountable. Loan officers, I remember years ago, I struggled with that. I was always working 70 or 80 hours a week, but I wasn't working smart. So if we want to make more money, if we want to really be successful, we have to work smart and do proactive activities.
When you buy a BMW, you buy it and you know that the end product that you're getting has gone through a quality control process. It went through an assembly line where at the very end, you know what to expect. And that's what Scott is sharing with us today. Make sure that you're systemizing your business so that at the very end you have a product, and the product is a very profitable business. So thanks, Scott, for sharing with us today your insights.
You are very welcome. It was great to be on the show.
Thank you.
Top Producer Roundtable airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and can be viewed on MortgageNewsNetwork.com.
Oh my gosh.
This is Mortgage News Network.